Hello and welcome back. I am the Muted Goat. This is episode 17 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus playthrough as Transoxiana. Alright, let's continue on. Just building buildings, researching technologies, building some troops, and right now we're fairly well positioned for a diplomatic victory. If we can get there, so let's see if we can do that. That would be kind of our first shot at victory, I think, and then after that it would have to be full space race, which I don't know how easily we could do that. Because we are actually behind in technology, so... That's industrial shipyard. I need to do these machine tools factories. Okay, and Karakoram pushed out the culture here, so we have another source of bauxite. Pretty far away from this copper. I don't know if we'll end up getting that, but... It took a long time, but we finally did get a good culture push in Karakoram. Alright. Floods have washed out the routes in Toledo, so we'll just let the workers take care of that. Alright, Arabia and France have declared war on the Chinese. Chinese are in pretty big trouble. I think all the cities on this continent that they took are toast. That might actually be a good thing for them in the long run. You need to get their troops back over here. Oh man. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm being kind of stupid with this. I have open borders with everybody. So I can just send... Oh, I did not want everyone to wake up. Come on. Come on, game. Specifically selected one troop. And it woke everyone up again. I don't get that, but whatever. Get these guys up here to see what's going on. I don't have open borders with the Abyssian anymore. Or do I? I do not. But I just walked through their territory there. Sometimes this game throws me little curveballs. No, I do not have open borders with them. But it allows me to walk right through their territory. So, I don't get that. Okay, so this Chinese city that was taken was retaken by the Chinese. So maybe they didn't get their butts kicked too bad. But anyways, I think over here this will end up being better for the Chinese to get kicked off that continent, get back here, and focus on this continent.
Everything in life is somewhere else, and you get there in a car.
Okay. We have massive separatism going on. Because we lost We lost, it looks like some kind of trade deal. Does this help enough with everyone? No. Do we need 2? Jeez, 15% culture. You need, what was this trade deal? 25% culture just for Ergo there. Alright, well. Let's see what this is about. We can trade spices and wine with the French. Dye with Cow. Silk with Nelson Mandela. And gems with Mentawab. Well, let's start with Botswana. They're friends. Silk. What do you want for this? Masonry materials. Sure. Okay. French. Spices and wine. What do you want for this? Just 1 sugar. Sure. Sienna won't speak to us. China. Dye. What do you want for this? They want our other sugar. That is fine. We will lose alcohol. Okay. Can we drop this back down to 0? Alright. I'm glad I noticed that before I hit end turn, or else we would have been in a world of hurt with separatism. Alright, we saw what was going on there. We can get these guys back to Edinburgh. So the Abyssinians did take cities, but they are being choked out by Chinese culture, and the Chinese did take back one of the cities the Abyssinians took from them. So Arabia wants us to declare war on China. No, thank you. Alright, there's Machine Tools Factory. Before we do anything, let's build another troop. Just a regular rifleman. Alright, civil unrest near the Chinese city of Gao. Our scouts in the area tell us there may be an opportunity to aggravate the situation. We can spend money to make it worse, or spend espionage to make it worse, but Chinese are our buddies, so we don't need to do that. Alright, another Chinese city was taken. France wants to do oil for elephants. That is not a good trade. Elephants, I don't think, can help us anymore. Anyways. Industrial shipyard, machine tools factory. Machine tools factory. Let's get more Christians going. Machine tools factory. Alright. We may need to take action against thieves in Samarkand who are preying upon our farmers. Subtract $29 or gold. We need that food, do whatever it takes. Okay, well, let's just pay the 29 gold. Stop banditry. Chinese are building railroads for us. It's interesting. Machine tools factory. Got another great engineer. Be nice. Alright, yeah, let's just start a golden age. It can't hurt anything. Bump our science up a little bit. Okay.
I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy.
Alright, where do we get tech transfer from? Modern chemistry is the most, so we'll go with that. Alright, and I saw that we are able to now build military academies. Can you do this in more than one spot? So what's our best production? Urga, Smarkand, Kerman already has it. Edinburgh's up there, so let's try Edinburgh. Okay, Fergana has one, two. Oh, right, so we can build them in multiple spots. Let's go up to Urka. And Artishat has one. You can go to Smarkand. Okay. Okay, there was a separatism event. An uprising occurred in Gao. The rebels rejoined the Sahelian Empire. So I'm wondering if that was a former Chinese city. I think it is because they have the big minus. Yeah, it was Chinese. Cao Cao has declared war on nobody. Oops. Let's talk to Gao. That must be who they declared war on. Yeah, they're there. I mean, China took a big hit score-wise, but I think they'll be better off now. They were just spread too thin. Most powerful, we're number one. Poland is, and the Zulu have declared war on the Sahelians. cruiser, sure, build a cement factory. Actually, I've decided gonna move my naval fleet to Edinburgh. Machine Tools Factory. Machine Tools Factory. There we go. Let's do like anti-malarial drugs. Got another great engineer. That's good. Alright. We're going to pay... So a fire at the factory in Gargange. Either lose the machine tools factory or fund an emergency rebuilding effort. 295 gold. That will be worth it. Poland wants open borders, sure. Can't hurt. They're so much ahead of us on technology. They're researching electricity already. The Sahelian civilization was short-lived.
Chemistry means the difference between poverty and starvation and the abundant life.
Gonna go barbed wire, I guess. Antwerp declared war on the Chinese again. China took a city there. I think I'm gonna chill on all the new military units for a while. Just focus on building up these buildings.
The war will last 100 years. 5 years of fighting and 95 of winding up the barbed wire.
I'll do electricity. We get 80% tech transfer for that. Get these like foundries going everywhere. That'll help the production quite a bit. I feel fairly safe with our military now. I mean, we're the strongest, obviously, so I should, but the regional stacks are all big enough, I think, to deal with most things. And then definitely big enough to give them time to get the other 2 stacks there, wherever we might be attacked. Don't need a synthetic oil plant, that's for sure. Do need waterworks. Alright, when it comes to power plants, so what I like to do, I'll do coal plants everywhere except cities that are on rivers. And we don't have a ton of cities that are on rivers, just due to the nature of our funky continent here. So Gurganj and Bukhara look like the only river cities. Everywhere else we'll be getting a coal plant.
We will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles.
Okay. We'll go steel hull. That will be great for our... Got another great engineer. We're pumping those out for sure. There's an oil refinery. Which gives us fuel. Still thwarting spies.
When I lost my rifle, the Army charged me $85. That is why in the Navy, the captain goes down with the ship.
Cruisers and pre-dreadnoughts are things we can build. Well, alright, let's think about this. What do we need to build the Pentagon? Repeating rifles. I'm going to head that way. Because I have all these great engineers now. So, if I'm the first to get to that technology, then I feel like I can actually build that wonder. And the Pentagon's great. It just gives experience to all military units built. Alright, Arabia wants open borders. I'm actually going to say yes, even though they're my enemy. Because they are more advanced than us. Just do open borders with everybody. Antwerp has gems. How about gems for citrus fruit? Citrus fruit and tobacco. That's a great deal for you. There we go. Can Arabia trade cotton? Cotton for limestone and incense. There you go. Yeah, got like all the available resources now. Okay, foundry. Doing these coal plants. Alright, these places are becoming unhealthy. Screw it, we're still going to do coal plants. Hopefully they don't have separatism because of the unhealthiness. No coal plant in Gerganj. We're going to do mass transit system. I do need to do is try to upgrade my navy. Okay, which is going to require quite a bit of gold. So for the pre-dreadnoughts, it's going to be 9,200, and for cruisers, it's going to be 1,400. So I can do the cruisers now. Get up to 9,200 gold. What? 2 more turns. We're getting medical science now too. That will help. Okay, our economists have devised a system of regulating interest rates to help normalize economic growth. Let the free market make use of these techniques, minus 10% inflation, or fund a national Federal Reserve Bank to carry out the new policy. Subtract 602 gold, but that's minus 25% inflation. I actually don't know how the inflation mechanic works, but I'm assuming minus 25% is way better than minus 10, and I think this might last the rest of the game. So, yeah, I'm going to do the Federal Reserve. Okay, foundry, good coal plant. After I build these coal plants, I got to do waterworks and mass transit systems in all my cities. Okay, so now I'm able to do 70% science, so apparently that inflation thing was very nice. And I've upgraded all my boats. Well, let's see. The gunboat can't be upgraded, that's fine. Coal plant, so do waterworks first. Toledo, and pay 43 gold to replace the lost grain. That's fine. A lot of random events happening right now. Okay. This is the Arabians got there. No, I don't love that they're on our continent, but I guess whatever. There's a coal plant. The waterworks going. Not going to do fuel for elephants.
It is a most extraordinary thing, but I never read a patent medicine advertisement without being impelled to the conclusion that I am suffering from the particular disease therein dealt with in its most virulent form.
Foundry, coal plant. Coal plant. So we just got medical science. These hospitals are faster to build than the waterworks. And give us 3 health rather than the 2 from the waterworks. So I'll be doing hospitals. Alright, I think the unhealthiness in Vagharshapat is enough to cause some separatism, so let's get some troops down there to help with that. Okay. Botswana wants an alliance. It's not happening. I think I talked about this in last game while my microphone, or last episode, I should say, while my microphone was on mute. And I did an alliance last game, and it seemed to do nothing for me. Seemed like my economy got worse, my scientific research got worse, and yeah, I just wasn't a fan of it. Okay, so we got... So, and I was getting like pulled into wars. I didn't want to get pulled into stuff like that, so no alliance for me. But I do need to get this Impressionist art. We're a very unhealthy country right now.
When shooting in the dark, it is a good idea to use a machine gun.
Okay, we can build machine guns now. We will not be doing forced labor. There's Impressionist art. Get a hospital going. Okay, with Impressionist art, we can now use these great artists, or can't we? Oh, we need post-Impressionist art. I'll build that in Elgin then. Blood transfusions, sure. We need help with our health everywhere. I'm not going to do fuel for gold, but how about corn for gold and marble? There's the post-impressionist art. Now our artists can work. I'm going to do Moulin Rouge. That provides hit musicals, which we need. And let's see, what else can we do? I'll do the one where we get +1 culture to clock tower in all cities. That'll just help the culture of all of our cities in general. There's waterworks. Sure, electric gear factory. Foundry. Okay, I'll go coal plant. There's a hospital. What else can we build? Mass transit system. Railway station. Alright. This place needs coal plant. Wow, we are going to take this copper space pretty soon. We are the most cultured civilization right now, too. There's a hospital, mass transit system.
Every citizen
There's
should
mass
be a soldier.
conscription.
This was the case with the Greeks and the Romans, and must be that.
We can
of
upgrade
every free
a
state.
lot of our troops here. Collectivism, no. Alright. There's a hospital. Sure, go ahead and do industrial shipyard. Alright, what can we upgrade? Alright, our light infantry we can upgrade to these mountain infantry for 3,900. Our regulars we can upgrade to conscripts for 18,000. Riflemen we can upgrade to trench infantry for 5,400. And cavalry we can upgrade to modern cavalry for 2,200. Alright, let's do that. Start with cavalry, I guess. Waterworks, do the hospital. Coal plant, hospital. Alright, this is 4,700. How much for the mountain infantry again? 39, so we do that. Okay, how much for... Okay, so 5,400 we can do next turn. $18,000 is quite a bit. There's always the danger that we get gold stolen from us while we're trying to build up the gold for that. The Iranians just captured a Greek city, it looks like. And got a bunch of wonders from it. The Greeks must have been asleep at the wheel. Bukhara still doesn't have a clinic. Okay, we got enough gold for the what you call it? Conscripts. Let's get our science back up. Still rocking 70% science, so I feel a little bit better about being able to reach our... Oh, they asked for another alliance. The Botswanans did. Okay. Build the Red Cross in Urga. It's one of our best production cities. Yeah, we gotta fortify all these. And building the Red Cross gives your troops the Medic 1 upgrade. Alright, all of our conscripts have been fortified. Alright, those high explosive shells.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be a vulgar brawl.
We're going for repeating rifles next. So high explosive shells, I believe, means we can upgrade these siege units. I'm going to do kind of half and half. We're going to need some gold for this. So I'll do half as these light artillery and the other half as heavy artillery. Okay. There's blood transfusions. That'll help somewhere. Oh, shoot. Well, I have a lot of gold now. Alright, the Arabians are discovering flight. Which is after I get the technology to get the Pentagon, I'm going to go straight for flight. Okay. Bukhara. Can any of the... we do have Christianity in all of our cities now. And Buddhism and Hinduism, for that matter. Okay, we can build the Ford Motor Company. Kerman has good production, so I'll build it there. I'm not going to use the great engineers there. Build like a... Well, we'll see. I'll just start with the synthetic dye plant, sure. There's another great engineer for us. Okay, in 3 turns, we will be able to build the Pentagon. Edinburgh is our best production. So let's get these guys going up towards Edinburgh. And this one I was sending down, we'll send up there too. I was wrong about not being able to get any wonders. It's possible we get 2. Maybe even get them both this episode. Okay, there's repeating rifles. We're gonna go flight.
And his rifle.
Okay. Edinburgh. Start building the Pentagon. Okay. These guys will help him get it in basically 1 turn. Which means this guy can go and help with Ford Motor Company. Cool, we're getting the Pentagon this turn. Check out this wonder video while I get a drink of water. This will be good because we're going to be building a lot of planes pretty soon, and they'll all have +2 experience points. Newspaper in sterling. All right, Ford Motor Company in 23 turns. No, not West Point. I want to do West Point and like Urgas so that we can do. Oh, we can upgrade to shock troops too. We should do that with all of our grenadiers. Or Urgas, sorry. So they're going to get the Red Cross, and then I'm going to do West Point there, which will give them additional experience points, and they can do the double medical promotion. 1900 for the shock troops. Synthetic oil plant was built. Another great engineer. Let's get him down to help build the Ford Motor Company.
Once you have
Right,
tasted
there's
flight,
flight.
you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will long to return.
Cinematograph. Yeah, I'll do the cinematograph, then assembly line. Okay, 5 turns for Ford Motor Company. Okay. Gonna do a bunch of biplanes. Biplanes you can upgrade into fighters, but the early bombers upgrade into... So there's like 2 classes of bombers. Okay, what's this? Mentwab declaring war on the Chinese. Anyways, like I was saying, there's 2 classes of bombers, and the early bomber upgrades into the class of bomber that I don't really like, so... Okay, Red Cross there. We're going to go West Point. Yeah, we'll cancel the deals with the Iranians, sure. And I just want to biplane at least in every coastal city or city that borders somewhere. So that's pretty much all of our cities. All right, we got the Ford Motor Company, which provides us motor vehicles. I wonder if it provides anything else. I'm actually going to look on that. +1 production to mass transit systems in all cities. Oh, that's actually nice too. Cool. Gonna build these cinemas, because with them you can build Hollywood, potentially. Yep, you can see the Arabians have a biplane as well. Okay. Cool, we got all this Chinese territory, which is great. So, bauxite, I'm going to mine. Here, I'm going to put a fortress so that I can move freely through this sea to get to either ocean. And then here, I'm going to put like a probably a cottage. Try to get a town going. Everything else is looking all right. France wants us to declare war on the Chinese. I won't do that.
People can have the model.
All right,
in
assembly
any
line.
color, so long as it's black.
How do we get semi-automatic firearms is what we need to look up. Agricultural machinery is a great one too. Infantry logistics. Armored vehicles and infantry logistics. That's what we'll go for. We just need to make sure we're keeping up on our military technologies. China's still kicking some butt. The Ethiopian army has been hurt badly. Arabia's still close to us. But all right, yeah. That has been about an hour, so I'm going to call it an episode here. Not a lot happened, but a lot did happen. That was a lot of buildings built. We got a couple wonders, which is great. We're set up really well to go into late industrial and the early modern era. And yeah, if we need to ramp up production for our military, we can do so pretty quickly. So we'll see. Arabia right now appears to be the only threat, and knowing them, they probably will attack us eventually. But all right, I'll call that an episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.